That is such an incredibly good and important point, because really with the Bank of Japan, the currency against the dollar has gone full circle from what happened back in the 70s, right? And what was happening then is we were transitioning into a new system, which is what's happening right now. We're transitioning into a new system. But what about all of those derivatives? We didn't have all of those derivatives, those big unsubstantiated bets back then.
In her recent analysis, Lynette Zhang highlights a critical point that echoes through the annals of economic history. Zhang provocatively raises the possibility of Wall Street overpowering the Fed's capacity to intervene effectively, pointing towards a potential seismic shift in the dynamics of financial power. But amidst the uncertainty, Zhang identifies a looming tail risk, the unexpected surge of the dollar against other currencies, a phenomenon that could reshape global economic dynamics in unforeseen ways. Join us as we unpack Lynette Zhang's insightful analysis and explore the implications of these trends on our financial future. So, let's listen to her.
The only way to survive this at this point and have all those mantra pieces in place are by coming together in local community. So you go to where you can meet your local food purveyors or food growers, and you create relationship with them. You go to the local community gardens and you get to meet like-minded people, and everybody brings what they have to share. Everybody does. And then you can survive this. And when the government, with their finger on the CBDC says, nope, you go, don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I can get through this. But yep. I also think that it is equally, if not more important, that we come together in a global community and we create a quiet revolution where we vote with our wallets, because this is a consumer-based economy. And you know how you do that? You buy physical gold and silver that is private and out of the system. You buy sound money. And if enough people do that, maybe we have a shot at a seat at the table on the new currency and monetary system. I don't know, but I'm going to try. That is such an incredibly good and important point, because really with the Bank of Japan, the currency against the dollar has gone full circle from what happened back in the 70s, right? And what was happening then is we were transitioning into a new system, which is what's happening right now. We're transitioning into a new system. But what about all of those derivatives? We didn't have all of those derivatives, those big unsubstantiated bets back then. We have them now. And so for the markets, I was blown away. I think it was June of 22 when Fed Chair Powell kept saying, okay, we're just going to raise interest rates 50 basis points, 50 basis points, 50 basis points. And then they came out and they did 75 basis points. So the markets then knew that they could no longer trust. Remember that added, don't fight the Fed? Forward guidance. We're going to tell you what we're going to do so you can get into a position to take advantage of it. Why they gave away that layer of confidence at that time, I couldn't tell you, other than maybe they're setting up this next crisis. But quite honestly, I think Wall Street could easily overwhelm the Fed's ability to bail anything out. And I'm not really convinced in my mind that they want to. Well, I think what's really interesting is, while we keep hearing about deglobalization, and I was there at the start of globalization, and that was all the conversation back in the 80s was globalization, right? While everybody's looking at the deglobalization, what we're really seeing underneath, whether anybody's paying attention or not, is that the monetary system is getting more and more integrated. And I think that's how the first part of this ends, right? I think there are multiple parts to it, but I still continue to believe that it will be the IMF's SDR that brings all of the local currencies together under one umbrella, one world currency. And I think that's really where they're directing it, into a digital control where they have full control of everybody's actions and movements. And if you're not independent and you don't have sound money, you're not going to have any choices. But I see this going to a one world control system. And it's much easier to control things from one place than it is from a whole bunch of places. Okay, well, number one, that's why I said earlier, and I kind of go like this, because the assumption that everybody makes is that they want to postpone this. And I think that what I'm seeing with this decoupling with, that consistent loss of confidence at every level, except for public confidence, that they still have that. But there will be this huge crisis. And I think that COVID was a test to see what they could get away with. And so there will be this huge crisis. And I agree with you 100%. People are going to say, save me, save me, save me. And they're going to welcome that in at first. And yeah, there'll be all sorts of great features until they get you firmly entrenched in there. And you think you don't need any of this other stuff or the food, water, etc. And then they have you by the cojones. Yeah. So I can see that. But what I'm also seeing is that there is a rising discomfort among the public, hence Costco, Walmart, Amazon selling gold and silver coins. I mean, I don't think that's the best place to buy them, but the point is that the public is becoming more aware, and that's my hope. If you and I can reach enough people at that level, we don't need 100% of the population to get it. We just need a really vocal and dedicated, maybe, 3%, 5%, something like that. And then I think we have a shot. So I 100% agree with that's their plan. And what they're trying to do is create a controlled implosion so that they can remain in power. But I'm not convinced that they're going to be successful at that.
Thank you for watching today's video. If you found the insights shared by Lynette Zhang valuable, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating analyses on finance and economics. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any thoughts or questions about today's discussion, drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Stay tuned for our next video. Thanks again.